Welcome to Wake Up Canada News. I'm Brad Wilder. I'm really sorry I have to read this next story, but Canadians need to know now, before it's too late. If you don't think your vote's going to matter, then take all this into account, please, because the following report was just released by our very own Canadian government. Now, this government report predicts a 2040 dystopia here in Canada, with a collapsed economy and even hunting for food. This government report warns declining social mobility could revert society to land-baron aristocracy, where societal advancement is impossible. There's more to come right after this. At the Cork and Flame, we're open for breakfast. Come in, relax, and enjoy before you start your day with amazing dishes, including skillet scrambles, omelets, poached eggs, French toast, pancakes, and more. The Cork and Flame Breakfast Special gets you in and out in a hurry with 2 eggs any style, hash browns, and your choice of bacon, sausage, or ham, plus toast, pancakes, or French toast, all for just $10. The Cork and Flame, not just for special occasions, but rather amazing eats. We hope to see you soon. From Brian Passafume of the Toronto Sun. It's a dystopian future where wealth and property ownership is entirely generational. Post-secondary education is no longer a key to success, and hungry Canadians resort to poaching wildlife to feed their families. While this is quickly becoming a reality for more and more Canadians, an internal government report from Policy Horizons Canada warns these horrors could become everyday life in Canada as early as 2040, returning society to one based on intergenerational wealth, with land barons and an aristocracy usually found only in history books. Entitled Future Lives, Social Mobility in Question, the report paints a picture of what life in Canada could soon be like if current economic policy stays the same. Social mobility lies at the heart of the Canadian project. Many people in Canada assume that following the rules and doing the right things will lead to a better life, said the report's introduction. However, things are changing. Wealth inequality is rising. Is it already common for children to be less upwardly mobile than their parents? Upward social mobility will be unheard of in 2040 as hopes of building a better life disappear, the report predicts. In 2040, upward social mobility is almost unheard of in Canada. Hardly anyone believes that they can build a better life for themselves or their children through their own efforts, the report said. However, many worry about sliding down the social order. The report predicted key problems include the irrelevancy of post-secondary education, as only the most wealthy will be able to afford tuition, and students will only enroll to cement their positions in Canada's elite. The report also says home ownership, already at a reach by many, will only be the domain of the lucky few with family wealth. Inequality between those who rent and those who own has become a key driver of social, economic, and political conflict, the report says. Wealth, like home ownership, will be largely intergenerational, with inheritance becoming the only reliable way to get ahead in life. Societal classes will also become increasingly isolated, both in real life and online. Algorithmic dating apps filter by class, gated metaverses like real life offer few opportunities to meet real people from different backgrounds, the report said. It's hard to move up in the world by making social connections that could lead to long-term romantic relationships, job opportunities, or business partnerships. Social relationships no longer offer pathways to connections or opportunities that enable upward mobility. Other issues include youthful aspirations of social mobility replaced with expectations of immobility, and AI diminishing the value of human labor. This will lead to a near collapse of Canada's economy, trigger a mental health crisis, prompt professionals and immigrants to flee Canada for greener pastures and more grassroots approaches to housing and food, including families foraging and hunting for wildlife and wholesale rejection of government or big business being able to meet everyday needs. Now, if I say make sure you vote properly, some will say I politicize this. But whenever the government tells you anything, you better be listening these days and judge for yourself. There's more than enough proof that you can find for yourself. And my God, what will we be leaving behind for our children to deal with? It's time to vote accordingly. This time, I do believe it matters. Thanks for watching Wake Up Canada News. Please like, share, and follow us on any of your favorite socials or at our website, wakeupcanadanews.com. Until next time, remember, you're the voice. And right now, it's time to make it count. I'll see you soon.